Hey guys, and welcome to the August pickups video. And yeah, I know this is very late, but there is an explanation for that though. For the past over a month, I've been dealing with some illness and, well, that has sucked quite a bit. So for about a month I was like bedridden, so yeah. But I'm finally recovering to a point where I feel like I can do this again. I miss doing this, and yeah, so should probably just get going with them pickups. I still have some throat issues, and I really don't know if sitting here talking loudly into a camera is a good thing, but yeah, whatever. Let's just get on with it. Now, August was a somewhat slow month, sadly, but there still were some decent pickups, so yeah. And just so you know, September isn't going to be any better really, just because I didn't go game hunting that much because of, you know, being sick and stuff. So yeah, that moment when you realize that you have some stuff in a bag here and it's gonna mess up the waveform. I'm gonna be as silent as possible. There we go. And I'm just gonna throw the bag away. That didn't go far away. Nope. So on August 3rd, I went to one of those junkyard stores where I bought some random stuff here. I bought the stand for the Eye of Judgment, you know, the PS3 game with the PlayStation Eye thing. And speaking of the PlayStation Eye, yeah, there's a hair on it. There we go. PlayStation Eye and this thing. And the Eye of Judgment starter deck thing for the game too. Hair. But the main thing I actually picked up there was a Pokemon Link cable with the little Pika piece on it. Sadly, somebody had like drawn on the actual cable, so there's a lot of discoloration on it. Had to do a lot of cleanup there, but yeah, still pretty neat with the little Pika piece. The Pika piece. And the Link cable and the Eye of Judgment stuff with the PlayStation Eye and everything was about a little bit under $6. Yeah, I just wanted to pick something up that day. Didn't find anything else, so yeah, you know how it is by now. Yay! All this stuff goes back down here. Dusty. Alright, so on this... Whoa, can you see all of that dust flying in the air? Sorry about that. I feel like the camera is placed differently than it usually is. Can you usually see that much of that shelf over there? I don't know. But anyway, on August 7th I went to my local junkyard store. I actually got a text from a replacement employee, whatever, that works there sometimes. And she was like, a lot of PS2 titles just came in. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna go take a look. And I actually picked up a decent little stack here, so let's go through. First up, just because it's a Phoenix Games game, I don't know, I just feel like picking those up, you know. And it's called Clumsy Shumsy, or something like that. Yeah, Clumsy Shumsy, yeah. And apparently it's an iToy game, I don't know. It's Phoenix Games, gotta be nice and bad. Next up, a platinum copy of Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, and Crash Nitro Kart, which I actually only had the platinum version of before, so pretty sweet. And for the second month in a row, Dalmatians 3. Now I have 2 copies of this awful mess. Gotta love it. Next up, Donald Duck PK with the free comic book that's inside, so pretty sweet. Another Phoenix Games game, KO King. Gotta be awful. Gotta love it. Looney Tunes Back in Action, Rayman M, which I also only had the platinum copy of, I believe. So sweet. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Why is the hairs all over the place? And the only one without a manual, Wipeout Fusion. I actually thought I didn't have this, but I do. So yeah. And last, Zapper One Wicked Cricket, with the spine looking weird as fuck though. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it looks weird. Trust me. So this stack of 11 games here, about $6, a little bit less than that. So that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Then on August 17th, yeah, a 10-day gap between pickups. Biggest day. I actually went to 3 different junkyard stores and got 2 things at each of them, funnily enough. At the first one I actually got the 2 most special things stuff. I was actually very excited to find these because I really love this series, and you know I have a weakness for big box PC games. So first up, Premier Collection copy of Tomb Raider 2 Golden Mask. Nice and complete in there, pretty sweet. And Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. It was pretty fucking awesome finding these 2 here. In pretty good condition really. This one has a little ding on the front here. But other than that, pristine condition copies right here, and you gotta love it. Love me some Tomb Raider, you know? And these were about 75 cents each, so pretty fucking sweet score right there, in my opinion. The next junkyard store I went to, well, that store is becoming more and more shitty every day, because they have one employee that's like, well, I do believe that video games are worth a lot of money, so I'm gonna drive up the prices here, sadly. But I still picked up 2 games there. They've gotten even worse since then, believe me. I managed to get these 2 for about $4.40-ish, and it was 2 N64 titles, Hexen and Hybrid Heaven. Heard some good things about this, so I'm actually looking forward to trying that at some point. But I have to clean it up first. Fucking spider webs in here. Yep, why didn't I do that when I brought them home? Oh well, as I said, about $4.40 for both of them. So, still decent, but, you know, would like to pay less. You know me, I'm cheap as fuck, and I'm broke. Next up, at the last junkyard store I went to that day, is the same one where I picked up some PS2 titles on the 7th. And there was some more PS2 titles there, so I picked up 2. First up, just because I haven't seen it before, and it looks bad, maybe? Raceway, Drag and Stock Racing. Yeah. And of course a Phoenix Games game, Dynamite 100, which is like 100 little games on here, like Tetris clones and Space Shooters. I see a Space Invaders clone and a Frogger clone and a Pac-Man clone and a chess game. Yeah. And those 2 were about 75 cents each. I have a feeling that not one of these 100 games are going to be any good. That would be something interesting to actually make a video about at some point. Kinda like an Action 52 of the PS2 maybe. Who knows? Then on the 19th I went game hunting and I didn't find anything all day, so I ended up picking this up. It had been in the store for quite a while, but you know, newer PC games, I don't really know where to put them. But it's Operation Flashpoint, Cold War Crisis, Gold Edition. But hey, it's actually pretty cool. It has an extra campaign and a Prima strategy guide in here. It's not big or anything, but it's in here, so I thought that was pretty sweet, so might as well pick it up. Just gonna see if I can find the strategy guide for you guys. Of course I chose the wrong one. Next one. This is what I paid. Here it is. See, it's not big, but it's there. So pretty sweet to get a strategy guide, I guess. But yeah, I hadn't found anything all day and I just wanted to bring something home, so I brought this home for $1.50. Still pretty good, I guess. Yeah. Then on the day after that, on the 20th, I went to a local flea market. Well, not really a flea market. It's more like a garage sale, if you will, with like 5 people selling some stuff. But when I came there were some Wii titles, and the woman actually wanted $6 a piece for these, but I talked her down to $3 a piece. So I picked up the new Play Controls version of Pikmin. So now I have both 1 and 2 for the Wii. Pretty sweet. And Samurai Warriors Katana. So yeah, these 2. About $3 a piece. Still pretty decent. Then on the 23rd, something pretty cool actually happened. Someone I know that temporarily worked at the junkyard actually saved a bunch of Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and DS games from being destroyed out there. So that was pretty fucking sweet. Had to pay a little bit to actually bring him home, but considering how many games are here and the fact that it was about $4.40 to bring all of these home, it was pretty sweet that they actually got saved from being destroyed. Just the fact that they got saved from being destroyed is amazing. So let me just go through all of this in no particular order, just as I get it. So first up, the Game Boy titles Dr. Mario, Mario and Yoshi, and the only Game Boy Color game here, Monsters Inc., and then a lot of Game Boy Advance games. Just gonna take some out here. An American Tail, Fievel's Gold Rush. I don't know if you can see these, but trust me, that's what it is. Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3, Tom and Jerry, The Magical Ring, Crash Bandicoot 2, Entranced, an American copy of Fortress, Jimmy Neutron. Not all quality titles, but still some pretty decent ones in here. As I said that, Babar, to the rescue, whatever. Brother Bear, Naughty, A Day in Toyland, Pac-Man Collection, sweet. Sheep, which I already have complete in box, if you remember the last pickups video. More games. Snoop, Sonic Advance, Disney Princess, American copy of Crash Bandicoot, The Huge Adventure. They keep coming, huh? Lady Sia, or Saya, who knows? Maya the Bee, The Great Adventure, American copy of Namco Museum, Disney's Party, SpongeBob SquarePants, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. I guess. And the last Game Boy Advance game here, Super Bust-A-Move. Played a lot of the Bust-A-Move games back in the day. Never on the Game Boy though. And now some DS titles too here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see any of this, but Dinner Dash, Garfield's Nightmare, Gianna Sisters, DS, Hello Kitty Big City Dreams, Herbie Rescue Rally, 4 games, Dual Time Deluxe, My Sims Racing, New Zealand Story, Revolution, Pac Pix, I guess some kind of Pac-Man game, Power Shot Pinball Constructor, whatever that is, sounds way too epic for what it probably is, Ratatouille Food Frenzy, Sega Superstar Tennis, Speed Racer the video game, Super Mario 64 DS, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade Attack, and the very last game here, Yoshi Touch and Go. So yeah, you can see that's a shit ton of games. And the fact that I only paid a little bit over $4 for them, and the fact that they were actually saved from actually just getting destroyed, it's pretty fucking amazing, you know? So without a doubt, pickup of the month right there. Well, on par with the Tomb Raider big box PC games. You know, time to put it all back. See, I actually sorted all of this, and now I'm just gonna throw it back all willy-nilly, so I can sort it once more. Yay! Yep. Okay, more stuff. Yep. Down there. Yep. Lovely. Then on the 26th, I went to a local thrift store. The one that usually doesn't have anything, but every now and again I actually pick something up there. And this time I picked this up. It's right here. Which is a brand new and sealed copy of Rayman Raving Rabbids on the Game Boy Advance. Pretty sweet actually. You can see that it was bought on the 9th of December, but I don't know which year. So it was probably a Christmas present that didn't go over well. But it was brand new and I paid 75 cents for it. I couldn't pass that up, you know. I love Rayman, so it's all good. Nice and pristine copy here. Yes! And now we're actually already at the last day of August. The 27th. On that day I went to a couple of flea markets here and there and some thrift stores. Somewhat of a slow day, but still picked up some decent stuff here and there. So the first flea market I went to, I picked up a few things, mainly from one vendor. So actually the very first vendor I went to, I saw had some Xbox 360 games, and I was like, how much for those? And she was like, $1.50 each. So naturally, I started to look through them, and I picked up a few here. First up, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Cargo Duty Black Ops, Deuce 2, Hot Import Nights, Sleeping Dogs, Nordic Edition, and Wolfenstein. But I looked through her other stuff, and she actually also had a few PS2 titles, and I actually don't know why I picked these up. These were also $1.50 each. I actually don't even remember why I picked them up. I guess there was a reason, but you know. First up, Pro Evolution Soccer 2012, yay, and WRC Rally Evolved. And looking on my shelf, I already have this, so I actually don't know why I picked that up. Probably thought I didn't have it. And then at another vendor, at that flea market, I picked up a single game that had some games laid out, and it's stuff like this that breaks my heart. They threw out all the boxes for their, even, you know, their newer games, like the DVD cases. They threw out for their games because it took up too much space. And that sucks, but I picked up one game there, so it's only the manual and the game, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Yeah, but both the game and the soundtrack is here, so if I ever come across the game in its actual case and it's missing either the manual or maybe the soundtrack or whatever, I've got this. And I talked them down to about $2 for this. They wanted like 4 or 5, and I thought to myself, nah, that's way too much for something that doesn't have its case. You know, even a little bit over $2 is walking a thin line here, you know. Then after that I went to a thrift store and they had this. It's a sealed big box PC game, Smart Kids Volume 3. And apparently for some reason it's in German, but apparently it's in other languages too, so I don't know. Die Hexe, ja, ganz klar, sehr deutsch. But yeah, big box PC games, and it's sealed. Has a little bit of box damage down here, but nothing too serious. It was about $1.30. So yeah, I don't know. I picked that up just because of my weakness for big box PC games, and I already have one in this series, and it's one of those Euro Power Pack things I have a real weakness for. That's shit because I had a lot of Euro Power Pack games back in the day. So yeah, so then after that I went to another little flea market thing, and I was so disappointed. There were a huge box with like a few PS2 titles in there, and I was talking to the vendor and she was like, oh, this box was like filled like to the brim with PS2 and 1 titles, and they were just like almost all gone. But I managed to pick up 2 titles here. First up, Dead to Rights, which is a pretty good game actually. And this I actually only picked up because it's an Australian release of Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder. As you can see, the Australian rating down here, rated G, general. Alright, so yeah, had to pick that up just because of that weird little fact. Their region is also PAL, so plays fine on my system, you know. And those were 75 cents each. All of the games had been 75 cents each in that box, and I'm just like, I actually met another collector that had just been there, picked up some PS1 titles, pretty good ones. So yeah, that was the thing of the day that made me cry. Where is it? Oh, still over there. Fuck. And now it's the last thing of the entire month, and it wasn't really anything special, but it's derpy as fuck. I went to a flea market and they had some shelving units thing that I needed for my project over there. And I saw he also had this, a derpy ass Blastoise plushie. Look at that. Look how derpy he is. So derpy. Had to pick that up. So combined with the shelving thing and stuff, this was about $1.50, which probably is a little bit too much for a little plushie like this, but I wanted him. So derp. Yes, derp. You can join Yoshi. And that was everything in August. Not really a month filled to the brim with amazing pickups, but I still think there's some decent stuff there. And of course the games saved from destruction at the junkyard. Pretty fucking sweet, all things considered. So yeah, that was August. And once again, sorry for the huge delay this time, but as I said, being sick and bedridden sucks. I actually feel my throat acting up a little bit right now, which also sucks, but I'm going to try to power through and get the next pickups video filmed as well, the September one. As I said, also going to be a slow one, but look forward to October's. That one is going to be crazy, just saying. But for now, I'll see you in the September pickups video, and thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, YouTube stuff as always, you know. And if you saw any games in this video that might make an interesting video review thing, please tell me down in the comments as well. Woohoo! So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye! I'm not good at the sign-offs, am I? Nope. Goodbye. SpongeBob SquarePants.